Bonjour everyone and welcome to this class. Today is the second edition of our beginner's flow. So if you haven't, do the first one. Otherwise, let's start again cross-legged, maybe sitting on a block, making sure your entire body is relaxed. You're letting the shoulders go down your back, maybe resting your hands on the knees, maybe in between your legs. And then just close your eyes for a few minutes, where we're just going to listen to our breath, just stand here. Feeling the air through the nose, inhaling, filling up the lungs, and exhaling through the nose, emptying your breath. And then continuing that for a few times. Just focusing on that breath for a few minutes. Enjoying the silence if you're not used to it. And the fact that you have nothing to do. That might also be rare. And now gently start to bring movement into your fingers and your toes. Gently open the eyes, right hand down on the right side of the mat. Inhale, left hand high up in the air. Exhale, bending over to that right side. Shoulders in one line, shoulders melting down the back. And it's still reaching. Other side, left hand on the mat. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, bending over towards that left side. Letting neck and head go, maybe looking down, maybe looking up. Doesn't matter, active hands reaching towards the left side. Gently come to a neutral pose. We're going to twist this time. So right hand behind your back, left hand to right knee. Inhale, elongate the spine, reach up. Exhale, twist over to the right side. Twist comes from the shoulders, from the upper body. Nothing to do with the head. You can look to the front and still have a powerful twist. And then gently untwist, other side. Left hand behind your back, right hand to left knee. Inhale, we're reaching up. Exhale, twisting over to the left side. And then untwist. Give your upper body a little bit of movement. And then remove the block if you were using one. And let's meet in what we call a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, back flat, pelvis or tailbone slightly tucked in. And here we are in our neutral tabletop. From here we're going to inhale, look up, arch our back, push the ground away. Exhale, tilt that tailbone in, look at your navel, round the upper back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling, tailbone in, looking at your navel, push the ground away. One last time. And exhale. Now from here back into our child's pose that we did on the first flow. So knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching each other, hips into the heels, reach forwards. Maybe you're resting that head, hands could be to the back. And sway from left to right. Just giving a bit of movement here. And then gently come up. However you want to get there, we are going to come on our back and just rock up and down on that mat for a few times, just like we did on the first beginner's flow, using your core to come up and sending the legs to the back. Hello, Wilson. And next time you come up, we're going to stand up straight on our feet, top of the mat, into a Tadasana pose, meaning your feet hip distance apart. They could be closer. I prefer personally feet hip distance apart, hips just under the feet. Legs are strong, engaged. Again, pelvis and tailbone slightly in. This way we're keeping our back flat. And then shoulders broad, palms of the hands facing forwards, and crown of the head reaching upwards. And here you are in a pose called Tadasana pose. Tadasana pose is quite important as it's the blueprint for many other poses in yoga. A strong lower body with a relaxed upper body. And most of the time, tailbone in. We're going to see a pose a little bit later called Warrior 2, where we'll be exactly using the same kind of muscles. Quads will be strong and the upper body will be quite relaxed. From there, top of the mat, let's go into our sun salutations. We did them in the first beginner's flow. Let's do that again. Top of the mat, feet together, inhale, sweeping the arms up, slight back bend, look up, exhaling, hinging at the hips, forward folding, ribs melting on your thighs, let your neck go. Inhale, straighten the leg, straighten your back, hands maybe on your shin. Exhaling, hands to the mat, stepping back into a high plank. Always the option to put your knees on the mat here. Otherwise, from that high plank, hinging forward on your tiptoes, sending the elbows to the back, bending those elbows 90 degrees, and when they're 90 degrees, inhaling into an up dog, looking up, engaging the glutes, very important, and then exhaling, downward dog. You remember, feet hip distance apart, slight bend in the knee, send the hips high, flat back, push the ground away, neck and head relaxed, and then gently bending one leg, straightening the other, walking your dog, and if you feel ready, straighten the legs, keeping your back flat. I like to keep slightly bent, there's no shame in that. And then from here, bend your knees, look forward, step your right foot, followed by the left in between your hands, into a halfway lift, flat back, exhaling, forward fold, and then rising up, hands up to the ceiling. And we're going straight back down, 2 more times, inhaling into that flat back, exhaling, hands to the mat, stepping one foot after the other to the back of the mat, high plank. Again, this time if you want, I'm going to show you the option with the knees on the mat, toes untucked, core is still strong and engaged, we're still sending the elbows to the back, this time resting on the mat, hands in front of your shoulders, inhaling into an up dog or maybe a cobra. Exhaling, hands to the mat, stepping back into that downward dog. Send the hips high, push the ground away with the hands, and then bend your knees, look forward, step the right foot in between your hands, followed by the left, halfway lift, flat back, exhaling, forward fold, and then rise up, hands up to the ceiling. One last time, going straight down, hinging at the hips, forward folding, resting your ribs on your thighs, inhaling, halfway lift, flat back, exhaling, hands to your mat, stepping back 1 foot at a time into that high plank. And then let's go again. hinging forward on your tiptoes, bending those elbows, sending them to the back, and when at 90 degrees, switching on into an up dog, looking up, engaging those glutes, quads are strong. Exhaling, downward dog. Let's take a few breaths in that down dog, making sure you're sending your hips high, as high as you can, really aiming for that mountain shape, that inverted V shape, where you're sending the hips high, you're feeling a stretch through the back of the legs. If you're not, maybe let your heels go closer to the mat. Really releasing the back of the legs, and you'll feel those calves and hamstrings stretch. And you're wondering how long we're staying in that down dog. Well, we're stopping right now. From that down dog, inhaling the right leg high up in the air. Keep the integrity of your down dog. So it's called a three-legged dog here. And then look forward, bend that knee, and step that right foot in between your hands for warrior two, which means you're going to pivot that back foot about 45 degrees, and then come up, rising up with your hands straight. From here, inner thighs engage, the back heel or the front heel is in the same line as the middle of the back foot. And then hips or shoulders right above the hips. Hands, right hand facing forward, left hand facing to the back. Straight line in between both hands. And then we're bending that right knee above the right ankle. And here you are in your warrior two. Making sure you're really engaging those inner thighs, so trying to bring those feet closer to each other without moving them. And then let's go for a triangle pose, which means you're going to straighten the front leg, bring the back foot a little bit closer, and then keeping those same hands, we're going to reach forward as much as we can, and when we can't anymore, bending over that upper body, maybe reaching for a block or something, or book, or maybe nothing, into that triangle pose. The hips are still open, and you should feel a big stretch around the lower back and the left side of the ribs. One straight line between both hands, with or without the block. Keeping that right leg straight and engaged. And if you want to go deeper, you can raise that right foot, stay on the heel. And then we're going to make our way back, bending that right knee, and then stepping back a little bit to go into your warrior two. From here, frame your front foot and step back into a high plank. You know how to do it now, going through to your low plank, inhaling into an up dog, and exhaling, downward facing dog. Let's take a breather here. Bring your knees as wide as the mat. Child's pose again. Sinking your hips onto the heels, reaching forwards. Maybe keep it an active rest on your fingertips and resting that head on the mat. Come back to your breathing. Just steady inhales and exhales through the nose. And then take your time to come up. Again, downward facing dog. This time we're going for the warrior two on the left side. Inhaling, left leg high up in the air. Three-legged dog, exhaling, left foot in between those hands. And then we're going to pivot that right foot, using our momentum to come into that warrior two. Readjusting your feet if you need to, there's no shame in that. And then again, one straight line between the front heel and the middle of the back foot. The right leg is straight, left leg is bent, left knee above the left ankle, and then shoulder right above the hip bones. Straight line between both arms. Casually readjust your hair. And then you're looking forwards through that middle finger of the left hand. And then check where that back hand is. It's always kind of doing something weird. We want to keep one straight line. And if you remember mountain pose Tadasana earlier, well, here we are. Strong lower body, quads engaged. But look, the upper body is relaxed and just chilling here. One more breath in that word too. And then straighten the front leg. Bring the back foot a little bit closer to set up for your triangle pose. Keeping those hips open, reaching forwards, forwards, forwards. And when you can anymore, bending over in that triangle, sending the right hand high up in the air. One straight line again in between those hands. You can look up, you can look down, whatever makes your neck happy. Keep breathing, keep opening those shoulders. And then using your core to come back up and resetting into your warrior two. One last time, we're going to cartwheel our hands to the front of the mat, stepping back straight into a high plank. But because I am really nice, just bring your knees on the mat and then gently make your way down to the mat. We're going to go for a pose called locust. It's quite good to help with the strength in your back. So we're resting here, our head, our face on the mat, palms of the hands on the mat, which means the back of the hand is going to reach up or look up if it could. And then engage those quads. And just using your back muscles, we're going to lift the upper body. The hands are still on the mat. And then we're going to continue raising the legs and then the hands into that locust. Try to keep your legs together, quads engaged, strong legs, strong upper body, core is on fire. And then gently make your way down. Give your hips a shake. Let's do that one more time. Palms of the hands on the mat. Legs together, strong engage. Using your back muscles and your core coming up. And then lifting arms and legs too. Keeping your core strong. If this is too hard, just bring your legs on the mat, just using the back muscles. One more breath. And release. Again, swaying from left to right with your hips. And then bring your hands under the shoulders. And we're stepping back into that child's pose. I hope it's becoming one of your favorite. It is becoming mine. Reaching forwards, letting neck and head go. And from your child's pose, you're going to bring your hands under your shoulders and lift your upper body up. And we're going to be kneeling right here at the back of the mat. And just bring yourself onto your glutes, onto your back. Gently make your way down. Stand the feet high up in the air into that happy baby, swaying from left to right. And then send the left leg away, keep that right foot high up in the air. And then bending that knee, we're going to bring that knee close to the armpit. And then send that right knee over to the left side, keeping the shoulders on the mat. And the knee lands wherever the knee lands. If it doesn't touch the floor, that's fine. Going for supine twist here. Looking the opposite side if you can. Then other side, bringing that right knee into your chest. Left knee too. And then send the right knee away. Knee into the armpit, and then that left knee towards the right side. Keeping again shoulders on the mat. If you want, you can use your opposite hand to go a little bit deeper in that pose. And then gently untwist, setting up for a quick Shavasana. Legs far away from each other, hands far away from your body. Last tuck of the pelvis of that tailbone in. And then flat back on the mat, relax, let your breath go. Take your time to bring those knees into your chest. Again, giving yourself a big hug. Swaying from left to right, and then both knees towards the right side. Take a second here. And then rise up, just the way we were when we started, sitting on the mat, cross-legged. Upper body reaching upwards, crown of the head leading the way. In this second beginner's flow, we've looked at a few more poses, like Warrior 2, Tadasana, locust. Keep practicing. Yoga takes a long time. But keep practicing over and over again. That's always the key to success. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you very much. I will make sure to keep doing flows for beginners. And I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.